Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Here we are in For the Love of Dragons, going live again as we do every Tuesday. My name is Araya Anra, otherwise known as Tana or the Dragon Lady, and I come on live every week to answer questions, to help people find their way with the dragons, to know which direction to go, how to interact with them, what all that is. So one of the questions I get a lot and I wanted to bring into this week is about quiet space, quiet energy. What's happening when all of a sudden it feels like there's nothing going on? So hello, Weldy. And I want to start with this week. Have you guys noticed any strangeness going on with your electronics? With I have my navigation system not working. I have my maps not working in my phone. I have other apps not working. I have a signal and it tells me I can't make a call. All kinds of crazy stuff happening with energy. So I apologize that I'm coming on late today, but it took me a while. I actually had to restart my phone to get it to engage and come into actually letting me be in the Facebook app and actually get a signal. So all kinds of crazy stuff happening electronically, energetically, and also a real quietness. And so this is what led to this question, because I do get it often, and it's something that we all go through at different phases, and sometimes all of us are doing it at a similar time. So I wanted to bring it in for you so that you have sort of a preparedness for when it happens for you, or maybe it's already happened, you're like, what was going on with that? And just being able to understand it. Yes, technology is whacked out this week, yes, which is probably a good sign for all kinds of things resetting or shifting, but definitely making it a challenge to get things done or get online, get connected with people. I hope you guys are having a great week. I had a beautiful camping trip last weekend, so I got 3 days of beautiful mountains and pristine waters of Lake Tahoe. And hi, Denise. A real nice reset, and that's what I do a lot in the summer, is try and get away for long weekends and do a reset, just to recharge the batteries, recenter, refocus. And I think that's partly too what brought in this quietness, because there's definitely right now a space of quietude with a lot of the dragons, a lot of the guides, and you might be feeling this right now. And what's happening is they haven't abandoned you, they haven't left you, but as we grow and mature in our journey, as we become masters and move into our mastery of different aspects of our soul journey, we do go through many, many cycles and many, many things that we're continually expanding as beings. So coming here to Earth, you chose certain things that you wanted to accomplish while you were here. You chose certain things you wanted to master. And as you go through that, your guides can actually change. You will notice, especially as you age and come into a real spiritual maturity where you're even aware of a deeper journey, that then they start changing more consistently, more rapidly. And you will always have a home base guide, so to speak, that was assigned sort of at your birth with an angelic guide and guardian. And they will consistently be present, but they may also change out as you get older and need different guidance. You need different levels of mastery being out in the forefront for you, taking you forward. But what happens when it gets quiet is not that they've left, but they're giving you a chance to integrate and really show your mastery, show your ability to have moved through what you've learned and been journeying into with them, what they've been trying to show you and teach you and wake you up to, and that now they're sort of stepping back, and they're still present, but they might step back and just get very, very quiet, because they want you to step in and take the reins and really recognize that you are the master, that is your higher self that is actually guiding the show, that they are your support team and network. But at some point you have to recognize and live the mastery that you have worked on. And they will get very quiet and step back in this. There's two things that are happening. One is this, all right, let's see the mastery. Let's see them really step into what they've been working on. Can they manage it? Can they maintain the energy on their own? Can they maintain the integrity of what's just been learned or taken in as a knowing, where we reach different levels of actual knowing, where we have a deep realization of something, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, wow, that's a concept that I finally can wrap my heart around. Now can I wrap my life around it? Can I actually move forward with that and not need my guides, not need them putting something in my journey, not need them showing me a book or something that I need to pay attention to. And so they'll get quiet and step back. And it's about recognizing, wow, I'm not alone here. What they're doing is giving me a chance to show up for myself, to show my mastery, to show myself that I'm actually getting there, that I'm actually doing things. And it helps build your confidence. It helps you keep going. And there are times when that's happening, when they are actually changing out, and they will be switching off guardianship or guidance with a view, with other guides who are stepping in and saying, all right, she's nailed this or he's nailed this, and we are ready to then shift gears, let's shift focus. And so they'll have powwows with each other and really like share notes and what's going on, and what's just really been brought through, and what the soul is saying, okay, well, this is now the focus, that there's this shift in timelines, I've moved over here. And so then a new team will come in and say, all right, this is what the soul is desiring right now to really focus on. So let's bring in a team that can actually really hone in on that specific skill set or lesson, life lesson. And so that can be going in the background too. So there are two different things that are happening there. Sometimes they step back in mastery and the same team steps forward, but quite often it's, wow, we need to change into the guard. They're showing that they've got this, and now we can really bring in the new. And it's disconcerting when you are used to maybe a lot of voices or a lot of guidance around you. Maybe you're used to a lot of beings being very present with you, having conversations with multidimensional beings on a regular basis, be they dragons or otherwise. For me, it's almost always a lot of dragons. I've had a lot more galactic beings showing up recently, which is interesting for me to pay attention to in my own journey. And it's disconcerting when it all of a sudden gets very quiet, especially like for me, I'm a psychic medium. For you guys that are developing different skills, maybe you're very kinetic and you all of a sudden stop feeling stuff and you start questioning, oh my gosh, am I losing my gift? Is it gone? So, is there nothing really there? Sometimes it'll make you question, especially early on in your journey, it can make you question, was any of it real? Was I just making all that up? What happened to that? Why do I all of a sudden feel empty, or that there's nothing around? And so just knowing that what's going on is an opportunity to push you into your own limelight, to start trusting yourself deeper, to build those confirmations and recognize like, wow, okay, what was I working on in the last couple of months? What have I actually stepped into as a new realization or a new way of being that I need to actually implement fully and clearly within my own journey right now that would make them step away? And you will know, they'll be back. And a lot of the teams, especially when there's a lot going on, may be coordinating other things and other pieces. Hi, Annabelle, over there in France. We've got some good European time zone catching us here. Nice to see you. But hopefully that's making sense for you. And I bring it up because whatever level you're at on your journey, you may be a very newbie, just starting out with the dragons, or just really getting in tune with like, wow, I felt like I was sensing something and now all of a sudden it's gone. Or you might be actually already attuned to your dragon heart, already merging with your higher self, and at the same time feel like, wait a minute, something just shifted, because I was getting a lot of information, I was getting a lot of contact, and now quiet, like the lines have been cut. It doesn't matter which end of the spectrum you're in. It's an opportunity for you to really feel into and go, okay, where am I at? Where's my heart at? Did I wrap myself fully around? And then just be patient and allow. And you can always invite them in if you're really, really stuck or troubled. They will come when you call. But when you feel that quietude, that stillness of, why is there nothing happening? Why does it feel like it's just almost a stagnant or an empty energy? Allow that to be your time to recognize, are you consciously living every step of the journey? Are you paying attention to what you've just really brought home? Maybe you've just completed a course in the last 6 months and you really brought it in full circle into like, wow, deeper realizations with it, where maybe some breadcrumbs finally connected. And this is when it often happens, is after a big trail of breadcrumbs, finally connection, you get a whole bunch of pieces. And then you're like, wait, I was on this big, big snowball roller coaster ride forward, and now it's just dead quiet. Really recognize and take into conscious living everything that you just worked on. Take it into the human journey, because there is this space where we are merging with those higher essences, those higher dimensional spaces, but we have to do it through our human vessel. And so our guides, our dragons, our angels, many of the galactic beings, any of the light team that is working with you, they are there to get you to certain places. And they want to meet you on that other side. They want to meet you in that dimensional realm. But we have chosen to be here in body. We have said, I will volunteer. I want to be in that group that is on the planet, in body, at that time, because I want to see if I can do it. I want to see if I can master the ascension process and take my physical body with me, which is really the core of what we're doing. It's never been done before. Christ was able to do it, but he had to leave his physical body behind in order to walk forward in his light body to give us the message that we're infinite. Your body dies, but you don't. That you have an energy and a light body that goes on beyond that. So that is what gives us the impetus forward. And now knowing, all right, there was step one, that opened the gateway. There's always stepping stones to bring energy and seed it into the collective. So having that in the collective, and many of the pieces that are now coming into the collective of much higher consciousness, really beautiful things that I'm seeing through my clients and my dragon hearts in session, where they're bringing in pieces direct into the 8th dimensional instead of the 5th with their light body, where they want to merge to seed that in for the collective. So there are so many beings doing beautiful things, but our choice, our task right now has been, all right, we are moving towards this ascension process, and this is a process where we're actually shifting our physical cells. All the cells, the biological physical cells in your body, are starting to go through some very big shifts. They are going to be shifting from a carbon-based to a silica or crystalline-based. If you know the terminology with crystalline, that is a silica-based, it's sort of the same meaning. We just often in our light worker circles use the word crystalline or diamond. That silica base is that, and carbon can shift to silica, and it is starting to do that through your physical cells. So you're going to be going through some very strange physical symptoms. I know that for me, one of the signs that I've been watching very clearly, and I've always had very clear light-sensitive eyes. They're green-blue depending on what I wear or what my surroundings is, so they might look more blue with the blue dragons behind me. But I have a translucent ring around the outside edge. And I've slowly watched it, especially in the last year, getting wider and wider and wider. And so it is my belief and knowing in my heart that as we progress, our eyes are going to actually move into, instead of an opaque iris, a translucent iris. I feel that coming in. I'm watching my own eyes shift with that. So there are actual physical shifts happening in your body, and this will create fatigue. This will create a need to be really focused on your diet, making sure you're getting the minerals and the nutrients and the vitamins that you need. Really watching your food supply. I've been seeing lots of interesting videos about tampering with the food supply, so paying attention to what is it that your body actually wants. Working with the energy body of something that you're eating, and knowing that that's actually the light that you're ingesting is from that, say, a piece of fruit, and not so much the flesh of the fruit. The flesh of the fruit has been what we've been focused on in the past. Now it's actually the energy and the light of the fruit that our body is starting to ingest. So plant-based is definitely very supportive. And you will start finding your body craving certain things. So paying attention to, am I eating out of habit, or am I really wanting this particular thing because my body's craving it right now? And if you're craving something, eat a whole bunch of it. I have one dragon heart, I know she's eating endless broccoli. She's like, I don't know why. I just need raw broccoli right now. Every day, all day. That's what she's eating. Then that's what your body needs. So pay attention to that. It doesn't matter how weird or far out things are. Your body knows, your higher self knows, and if you're in a place where it's gotten very, very quiet as far as your guides or your dragons being around and giving you that insight or that little push or that little confirmation, they're allowing you the chance to really own it, step into it, and really be living it. They will come back around, and they will always come when invited, when you actually call out and say, hey, you know what, I need you guys. Can you step forward? I need some help with this piece. but also knowing that when you have an opportunity of quietude to go, oh, they're giving me a chance to really, really step into myself. Let me see what I can do with this. So I encourage you with that. Hello, Liz. Hopefully that gives some insight, especially for those in the group that are new. We do have a lot of new dragons every week in the group, which is exciting. I always love to see how many people are constantly waking up to the dragons. And I love to see, I mean, there's dragon everything now, right? We started 2 years ago with dragon sushi and dragon drinks. And I mean, it's becoming mainstream with lots of dragon movies. My son, my six-year-old found a new, what was it called? The Wish Dragon movie. So we watched that last night. So I love to see that because it's making them lovable. It's making them recognizable, and it's making the world embrace them again, which is really the energy we need to keep moving forward so that the dragons can actually reveal again and be very, very present to everyone, which is a time when I'm excited to see. So wishing you guys a great week. I will not be on next Tuesday. I will be in a place where I will not have a signal, but if I can do a live in the beginning or end of the week and post it for you into YouTube, I will do that, but otherwise it will be 2 weeks from today when I'm back, and hopefully those Oracle decks will be sent out or being sent out very soon. I'm still waiting for the shipment to me, but it should be any day now. So hang tight with those. If you haven't gotten yours yet, go to dragonwithin.com/lair, and you'll find it under the special items, the specials. Really excited about that deck. We shared last week's video. We tapped into the Sun Dragon and the card there. So thank you, Deborah. I will hopefully have a beautiful time. And it's always good to be off grid and away from signals and electronics and all that to recoup and regenerate. So that's where I will be next week. All right. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.